Hey guys, Miss McFarland here. I'm gonna help you go through your Quizizz answers for this week. We're gonna start with number 1, 56 plus a negative 68. So we could think about this on a number line, starting at a positive 56. And I'm gonna go to the left or in the negative direction, 68 spaces. Well, if I go back 56 spaces, that gets me to 0. So now I know my answer is gonna be negative. If I go back again, to get a total of 68 here, I would land on negative 12. Here we have a similar question, but we're going to start at the negatives. Negative 23 plus 51. So if I add 23, that gets me to 0. I need to go a little bit further. So 23 and how much more to get to 51? That's going to be 28 more. That would get me to a positive 28 on my number line. Number 3, what problem is modeled on the number line? So here we start at the bottom with the red. We start at a negative 5. Our next direction is to go positive 4, which lands us at the green line of negative 1. So it'd be negative 5 plus 4 equals negative 1. Which number is missing in the equation modeled by the number line? So we start with negative 2, and what are we adding on? Well, here we're still going in the negative direction, so we're adding a negative 5 to get a total of negative 7. Here we have a word problem. You check the thermometer at 8 a.m. and the temperature reached 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a positive 32. You check the temperature again and realize it has dropped 11 degrees. So it has decreased by 11. What is the current temperature? Our current temperature would be 32 minus 11, or 21 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 6, a submarine at negative 32 feet dives down 18 feet. So we're already under sea level, and then it goes even farther down by 18. What is the submarine's elevation? So here we're combining our negatives. So I know my answer is going to be a negative number. I can combine these or add them. It's 10 carry my 1, 3, 4, 5. So I would be negative 50 feet below sea level. Number 7, during the week, Jimmy spends $45 eating out, gained $55 mowing lawns, and spent $15 on gas. What was Jimmy's change in dollars at the end of the week? So he started by spending $45, which is a negative $45. Then luckily he gained $55 mowing the lawn. So the difference here is a positive $5. Excuse me, positive $10. And then he spends another $15 on gas. So if I combine these two, I have more negatives. So my answer is going to be negative, and the difference here is 5. So he's going to be at a negative $5. Number 8, the football team gained 8 yards on the first play, so it's a positive 8. Lost 6 on the next. That would leave us with still a positive 2 yards. They gained 3 yards on the third play. Well, that's great. Give us 5 yards. But then they lost 12 on their final play. So here we have 5 minus 12, or 5 plus a negative 12. What is their final change in yardage after the 4 plays? So if I combine 5 plus a negative 12, you can think of integers here. As your circles, we would have 12 of these dark red ones, and then we would have 5 white ones or 5 yellow ones. If we combine these, we're going to have more negative, and that's going to give us a negative 7 as our yardage change. Daryl is currently 20 feet below sea level. Another great time to use a number line. Which correctly describes the opposite of his elevation? So if you're negative 12 below sea level, what would be the opposite? We know opposite of negatives are positive numbers. So this one says 20 feet below sea level. That's not the opposite of what he is. 20 feet above sea level sounds good. 2 feet below and at sea level would be 0. Green is our best answer here. The temperature in North Carolina is known to fluctuate drastically. On the way to school, the temperature was 55 degrees, so that's a positive 55. By noon, it had risen 18 degrees. So we're going to add 18 to that. Be 13, carry my 1, 5, 6, 7. Now it's at 73 degrees. But by 3 o'clock, it had risen another 10 degrees. So now we're at 83, positive 83. Before dropping 21 degrees when the sun set. Wow. So that'd be a negative because we're dropping. 83 minus 21 would give us 62. What was the final temperature after the sun went down? Green, 62 degrees. Ooh, money question. You borrow $40 to buy some shoes. So you're already in a negative. You pay back $15 this week and $10 next week. So I'm going to combine those two as I am giving back $25. How much do I still owe? So I have more negative, so I know I'm going to be in the negative. I can do 40 minus 25 to give the answer of how much more I owe. So I still owe $15, so I am in debt, $15. Green again. All right, here we go. Submarine. A submarine was 1,800 feet below sea level. It dove down another 1,500 feet. Which integer represents its location? So if it's below sea level, it's starting at a negative 1,800. And we're going to add on to it another negative 1,500. So I know my answer is going to be a negative below sea level. If I add these together, I would be 3,300 feet below sea level. It's a long ways down, I think. At 2 p.m., the temperature was 15 degrees. By midnight, the temperature was negative 30. Ooh, what is the temperature difference? A number line might be a good thing to use here. So we started at 15. I'm going to add 0 in here. And now it's at negative 30. So to get from 15 to 0, that would be a jump of 15. And from 0 to negative 30, that would be 30. If I combine these together, the difference is 45 degrees. In the game Kazoo, teams lose 1 point each time they skip a turn. They earn 1 point each time their team guesses correctly. Maria's team skipped 8 turns, so that would be a negative 8 or losing 8 points. They guessed correctly 6 times. Positive 6 points there. What was Maria's team's score? So here we can think, since they're smaller numbers, as our counters. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 6 positive. If I match these up or cancel these out, that would give me negative 2 points for Maria's team. All right, last question. Nikki and her family are traveling to Geneva for a winter holiday, and it is going to be cold. Today's forecast says that Geneva is 12 degrees colder than Nikki's hometown. Using the information on the table, select Nikki's hometown. So today, Geneva is at a negative 3 degrees Celsius. Negative 3 degrees Celsius is 12 degrees colder than her hometown. So we know we're going to add on 12 degrees to find her hometown. So let's think of a number line. Starting at -3, and we need to gain 12 degrees. So if I add 3 to that, I'm at 0. 9 more is going to get me a total gain of 12. So she would be at a positive 9 degrees, which makes her living in San Francisco. All right, let's see how we did. All right, 100. I hope this helped, and you guys are rocking integers. Keep up the great work, and we'll see you soon.